Hello and welcome to June. I want to share this month's animal message by first telling you a story of how this message began for me. Many of you may know that I lived in Anchorage, Alaska for a while. That's Alaska right behind me. I loved it. I loved it there for a whole lot of reasons, which I won't go into now. And I do hope to live there again. But for now, here is the story that started off this month's animal message. There were so many moose in Anchorage. There still are, but every time I was out and about, and every time I go back, I see a lot of moose every single time. So there's a lot of moose in Anchorage. Every time I turned around, it seemed there was one. There was one on the trail. There was one in my yard. I would be walking between the parking lot and my office building, and there'd be another moose. I mean, at first, I thought it was fun. And by first, I mean like the first week. Then the more I learned about them and how unpredictable they can be, the more my fear grew. I would freeze when I saw them. My chest would tighten and my body, I would try so hard to will myself to be small. I learned to watch all around me all the time for something that was large and horizontal in this sea of tall and vertical. If you think about like all the trees, so I'm constantly looking for this shape. I still do it too, even though I don't have moose where I live right now. But anyways, so I was always on the look for them. At the time, I did not know what was happening, but I know now my body was receiving information. It was doing what bodies do. It was picking up signals. It was sending messages. It was trying to get my attention. I just didn't know how to listen yet. And then I lost those two. That's India and Bono in a painting that somebody painted for me. My dogs, they passed away. They were gone, one after the other. And the grief, it was the kind that doesn't ask permission. This grief just moved in and rearranged everything. Some of you may have even heard me talk about falling into a deep depression when they both passed. A friend of mine was watching me move through it and helping me and had made a gentle suggestion. She said, "Have you ever considered studying animal communication? Not as a way to escape the grief, but as a new way to listen inside of it." And something in me said yes before my mind could actually weigh in and shut that down. That yes, however, that was embodied intuition. I just didn't have a name for it yet. What I discovered in the study of animal communication was something I wasn't expecting. The animals weren't teaching me something brand new. They were helping me remember what I had always known. The gut feelings I'd followed throughout my entire advertising career, the moments I knew something before I couldn't explain it, the times I walked into a room and felt the temperature shift, it had always been there. The animals, they just helped me trust it. And then came that guy, Lucas. From the very beginning, Lucas was something else. He was fearless in a way that was almost theatrical. And the moose, all of the moose that my body had been bracing against for years, well, Lucas was completely unimpressed. Where I tightened, he taunted, playfully, boldly, as if to say, "This thing you're afraid of, it doesn't have the power you've given it." Yeah, well, it took a long time. Still makes me nervous. Anyways, but that was a teaching. I felt it in my body before I ever even understood it in my mind. And then to kind of put another little aspect to this lesson, then he broke my leg. Mm-hmm. And I say that with full love and zero blame, because what happened, the accident, the recovery, the forced stillness, that was the body doing what embodied intuition does when we stop listening to the softer signals. It gets louder. It was time to move on in my career. It was time to bring my intuitive gifts fully into service for the animals and for the humans who love them. I knew it, my body knew it, and Lucas believed it and knew it too. I just also had to get there. Sometimes embodied intuition arrives as that kind of disruption. It's not a punishment. It's more like precision. Like, this is the moment. Like, we're going to do this. So here we go. That was the beginning of everything I do now. every conversation I have with an animal, every student I sit with, every grief circle, every moment I help a human back into relationship with nature. And it traces all back to a moose in Anchorage, that very first one going forward. It also traces back to India and Bono, and to a dog who taunted my fear and broke my leg and is still, to this day, my sounding board. He is asleep right now on my feet underneath my desk. As many of you know who do sessions with me, he's usually here helping out, and he still is, because I am still learning. He is still teaching. All the animals are still teaching. And that, I think, is the most important thing I can tell you about embodied intuition. It isn't a destination. It's not a certificate you're going to earn or a level you can unlock. It's a living relationship with your body, with the animals, and with all of nature. And all of that grows as you do. So this month, I want to invite you into that relationship. Whether your animal is here with you right now, napping in the next room, or pressing against your leg as you watch this, or whether your animal has passed into spirit and is still sending you signals you're learning to receive, this practice is for you. Your body is already receiving. The question is, are you ready to trust what you feel? This is June. This is Connect to Embodied Intuition. All year, we've been building something together through all of the messages. We connected to ourselves. We sat with tenderness and grief. We found our footing in steady trust. We came back to our bodies. We let enduring love move through us. And now we name what we've been practicing all along. The animals have been leading this. They always are. As we move through June, I'll see you in the Monday morning check-ins right here on Substack. And if you're interested in joining our Pet Loss Grief Circle this month, it will be on June 20th. Carrie Kenny, as many of you know, Carrie Kenny and I hold space for 8 people. She guides us through breath work and gentle movement, as well as a little tarot card, oracle card reading at the end, while I connect with everybody's beloved furry, feathered, or finned friend. All of the message end up supporting all of us in the circle. It's actually really, really amazing and supportive and comforting and uplifting to have it all weave together, not only just your animal speaking with you, but everything else, and I should say, and also everything else coming together to support you and everyone else. We create a community, and it's really wonderful. And so I'm so honored to be a part of it. And Carrie and I would be honored to have you join us on June 20th from 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Zoom. I hope you all have a wonderful month. Please let me know that I am so, so grateful, so genuinely grateful that you're here doing this work with me and with the animals. I'm so grateful to be able to help you, for you guys to be here with me and with Lucas. Thank you so, so much. Just remember, trust the animals, trust yourself. That's where the knowing lives. And we'll see you soon. Take really good care.